Hey guys, Peter from Cyklistickey.com here. I'm currently at 4Bikes. It's the biggest Czech cycling expo, so I cannot wait to see what's here inside. I already see Garmin, Tufo and other brands here, so let's see. I'm currently here at the bike forum. What a name, huh? And I found something really special here, guys. This is FSA 12-speed group set, and it's unique because there are only about 5 pieces here in the Czech Republic. It has a battery hidden in the seat post like Shimano does, and one of the differences between the FSA and Shimano SRAM is this shifting system. They had to come up with something else, so you can shift up or down, and the same on the other side. And one more thing, they have this latest Ridley here. Considering the fact that it only has Shimano 105 Di2, it's pretty expensive, but yeah, they told me it's made from the high modulus carbon fiber. It's between their aero and climbing bike. It has an aggressive geometry. It's about $7,500 US, so it's pretty expensive. I'm currently at Tacx stand, and they have their lineup of indoor trainers here. And the one I'm most curious about is the latest Garmin Tacx NEO 3M, which has these, let's say, movable plates. And it should be more comfortable and more enjoyable ride. So I will ask if I can try it, because I've never tried this one before. I've already tried the combination of the Neo 2T with their plates, but this one has already integrated this, so it should be a much better experience. I'm sitting at the Tacx NEO Plus. It's a smart bike, and as you can see, the fans started spinning already to cool me down. And on this display you can see your watts, RPM and the gears shifted. And of course on the tablet you can see the Tacx Cycling app. One of the unique features of this smart bike is that it can simulate different riding surfaces. So now I can see that I'm riding cobbles, and maybe you can see how the entire bike shakes, and I can feel that it simulates riding on cobblestones. This is Tufo. If you watch me, you know that I ride their Tufo Comtura 40R tires. They are my control tires. And I spoke to the technician, Mr. Suchanek, and he explained to me the differences between the Comtura Prima, which are the super high-end racing tires, and the latest Endurance 70R. These tires are basically the same, but these new ones have different layer structure, different materials used. They basically gained a lot of knowledge from the Comtura Prima and transferred it to the Endurance. The main differences between these two tires are that the Endurance tires are a little bit heavier, but they have better durability, basically the same rolling resistance. Also they have the same wet grip, which is surprising. And considering these are like the racing tires, and these are just only like for riding on rough surfaces, it's surprising that thanks to the knowledge they gained during the development of this tire, they were able to create this one. So I will schedule a meetup with Tufo, and I will try to show you some behind the scenes how the tire manufacturing works, so stay tuned for that. And of course they have much more models here for cross and gravel and also mountain bikes. Here is the Tufo Comtura 40R tire that I use on my road bike and during all my road bike wheel tests, so this is the one I'm the most familiar with. This is EKOI stand, and you may know this brand from World Tour Cycling. They sponsor Lotto Soudal team and I believe Israel Premier Tech. So here is their full aero helmet. This helmet is discounted from like $350 US to only, let's say, half of that. It's pretty competitive pricing, but yeah, I'm not sure about the quality of the products, but in hand it feels pretty solid and also pretty aero optimized. I personally like their standard or semi-aero helmets a little bit more because they are better ventilated, and this one has pretty nice finish. It's like chameleon green, and the price for this helmet is also halved, so it costs like $60. Here I would like to present to you Pealock. It's a Czech product. They combine the lock with an alarm and smartphone app. So in case somebody wants to steal your bike, you get a notification about the movement. The lock itself will start beeping. One of the disadvantages of this system is that it works on 2G network. During the transition to 4G network, they will have to develop the product again, basically, because it's not like changing one part for another, and they have to start the development again. Currently at Token booth, and they brought their bottom brackets. I've asked them if they would recommend the ceramic bearings or steel bearings, and of course the steel bearings win because they provide better value for the money, unlike ceramic bearings which are much more expensive and save you maybe 1 or 2 watts. Now we can see that this man is trying how much force is needed to apply to the pedal to start the entire system to spin. And the force was like 1.2 Newton meters, which is pretty low, which basically says that the resistance in the entire system, thanks to the token bearings, is pretty low. These are one of the few carbon wheels at this expo. It's not like at Eurobike where we have dozens of carbon wheels manufacturers, but compared to the Chinese brands, I couldn't see too many benefits of these wheels. They are pretty expensive. This is like $1,500 and they weigh 1,375 grams. I'm currently at the Garmin booth, and they have their lineup of bike computers. This is 130, and I believe this year we could see 140 because the rest of the lineup is already transitioned to 40. So for example, here is the 1040 solar. It can recharge itself using the solar energy, and last year they introduced 540 and 840, and also in solar version. You can see my tests and reviews on my website, and of course they have the sensors here, their camera with radar and tail light, and of course the Garmin Varia radar, which became a hit, and a lot of competitors started doing the same. For example, Brighton, IGP Sport, Machine, and these brands. I also tested these on my website, so you can check them out. I have to introduce you to this project of a few young guys. They started this for fun, and now they have a lot of partners. And basically they create content on social media like memes. Unfortunately it's in Czech language, so it's not in English. They will also have a race, so this is a good progress for them. I will also show you a few pieces of tech. So they have this road bike handmade in Italy. This is the first time I see the name of this brand. And what's unique about this bike is this part of the carbon, which is really well made. The attention to detail of this bike is really high. Here they have the track Madone. You've already seen it in World Tour and everywhere. This is the most famous part of this bike. And also this Superior is Czech brand, and this is the same bike Jaroslav Kulhavý rode at Cape Epic. The Cape Epic race is currently taking place, so this is not exact bike, but I mean the model is the same. And another pretty unique bike is this pink one. It's the Pivot. It's limited edition, only about 30 pieces in the Czech Republic. Here they have their colleague he is working on their website, so it's cool that at expo they are still working. Once I become rich, I will buy this van. It costs a lot of money, like 2.5 million Czech crowns. You can see the inside, highly luxurious. Look, I believe this will be pretty comfy to ride long distances. But one of the unique parts of this one is the trunk. So you can place your bikes here. You can see the treatment of the floor. So if you will have dirty bikes, you can throw them in and you don't have to worry about this being dirty, because you can clean it pretty easily. A lot of storage space. Really interesting van. This is Shokz. This is one of the original manufacturer of bone conducting headphones. These headphones work on a little bit different principle than standard headphones. You basically put them over your ears and then you combine the speaker with vibrations, and the sound quality is pretty good. So you may ask, what's the benefit of these headphones? Of course, when you do some sports like cycling, you need to hear what's happening around you, so you have like a basic awareness, and these headphones allow you to have that. I have to show you this gravel bike. I don't like the color, but I like how they match the handlebar tape, also the frame color, the color of the tires, and also the chain. So high attention to detail. And one more thing, the nipples are also in the same color, and the hubs as well. If you like green, you will like this Bovelli gravel bike. Again, green handlebar tape, green spacers, green Bowden, and green bolts, black green chain, green pulley wheels. I found this brand I've never seen before. I talked to them and they told me this is an emerging Czech brand. This road bike, it's on Shimano Ultegra Di2 and it costs around $4,000. It's super good price, I would say. And when I check the details of the paint job, it looks really good actually. I was pretty surprised. Also the logo, you can see this brush finish, and here I can show you the true axle. This one is pretty long to my taste, but that's easily solvable. But yeah, here you can see again the logo inside. It looks nice. Here is Proofy titanium gravel bike, and I like two things about it. The first is this finish, which changes the color. It looks like a rainbow or something like that. And the second is this custom painted saddle, which really complements the rest of the bike. I found this Scott foil is not in the highest end specification. It has Ultegra only, but I think that Ultegra provides the best price-value ratio. One of the unique things about this bike is this rubber seat post, let's say only this piece, and it should be better in dampening the vibrations from the rear end, so it shouldn't be as harsh as other aero road bikes. I also like the head tube, which is pretty narrow, and it's clear because it's an aero road bike and it improves aerodynamics by reducing the drag. On the other hand, I don't like the way cockpit is made. It's semi-integrated. You can see the cables here. It's not as streamlined as other brands can do it. For example, the Chinese brand route the cable routing inside the handlebar, through the stem, and then through the headset. I found this world champion jersey of Nino Schurter, but the thing is, it looks like it's signed, but it's already printed in the fabric, so this is like a fake replica, and I think it's kind of cheap to have it this way. Like, why? Fuji stand, they have this steel bike, single speed road bike, and I want to show you just the contrast between the old and the new ones. Yeah, classic round tubes, beautiful simple bike. But let me take you here to this gravel bike, because it has three unique features. One of the unique features is this toolbox. Under the bottom bracket you can store multiple things here. The second feature is this thing, I don't know how it's called, but you can store gels and other small things there, so you have easy access to it. And the third is this adjustable fork wheelbase, so you can slightly change how the bike handles. And one more unique thing at Fuji stand is this rear triangle that has another moving point here. And the guy explained to me that the minor vibrations and bumps are going through this pivot, and when the vibrations and bumps are larger, then they are then going to the shock system. So this should be their patented system. It's unique to Fuji, and I've never seen it before. This is an Italian brand, Bottecchia, maybe, I don't know if the pronunciation is correct. Doesn't matter, what matters is the bike. And here I really like the finish, despite I don't like green color, but this transition from the matte to glossy, and this is a metallic paint, so you can see the sparkles. It's really nice. And I will also show you the bikes, the road bikes over there. These two road bikes stand above the rest. This one has this really unique paint job. It's like ice crack I have on the Yolio G21, but still a little bit different. And again, from glossy to matte finish. And this blue one, it's really super bright blue. Too bright to my taste, but yeah, definitely stands out from the rest. If you want to see how difficult it is to pedal with your hands, you can try this trainer. They have the Tacx flow there, but it's connected to this setup for hand pedaling. They have a Ruby indoor cycling app there, and I can see that he's pushing like 100 watts, and he is getting already pretty tired.
Na bicáky je to stavěný. No tady člověk pozná, jaký má všechny svaly, on nejdříve odumírají ty nejsilnější a pak se začíná zapojovat ten zbytek, včetně uší. Hele, 80 metrů, jo? Šťastný výraz.
Ještě moment.
Of course, you can also test the bikes here. They have this testing track, and for example, here is the testing track for kids. Nice to see, young generation. Yeah, people mostly test e-bikes here because this is the e-bikes area. Tenways is one of the e-bike brands here, and I think that they have the neatest integration and the best looking frames out here, because as you can see, everything looks pretty clean. And I also like, for example, this model where they integrated the front light into the frame, and the battery is also kind of hidden. And another thing is that they have this belt drive, which requires less maintenance than a classic chain, and it's also a little bit cleaner than a usual chain, which has a lot of oil and dirt usually. Pump track. So yeah, I'm currently at this area. It's a little bit more fun. Here is a pump track. You can register, borrow a bike, borrow a helmet, and try this out. So I'm going to do it right now, and hopefully I won't kill myself. that was it for Bikes 2024. I hope you find this video helpful. If you do so, please like and subscribe below, and see you in the next one. Ciao!